All right, welcome to another explainer. Today, we're jumping into something really cool. How a country's biggest export could actually solve one of its biggest pollution problems. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about how coffee can literally fight plastic.
Okay, I want you to think about this number for a second. 500,000 tons. I mean, what even is that? It's just a massive, massive number.
Well, believe it or not, that's how much coffee waste, the pulp, the husks, that Honduras produces every single year. If you need a visual, try to picture 2,500 blue whales. It's a completely mind-boggling amount of organic waste.
So, you've got this literal mountain of coffee leftovers, right? But that's only half the story. See, Honduras is actually dealing with a double environmental whammy. One that's kind of hidden, and another that's impossible to ignore.
And here they are, side by side. On the one hand, you have the coffee waste problem. It's not just sitting there, it's contaminating water, spitting out greenhouse gases, and honestly, it's a huge cost for the farmers who have to deal with it. Then, you've got the plastic problem. We're talking 120,000 tons a year of plastic that'll be around for like 1,000 years.
So here's the brilliant idea. What if you could take problem A and use it to solve problem B? This quote just nails it. Convert an environmental problem into a sustainable economic solution. You're not just cleaning up a mess, you're creating value from it.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The solution is called Plast Café, and it's basically this incredible bridge between those two giant waste problems. It's all about giving that coffee waste a second chance, a totally new life.
So the magic here is something called bioplastic. Now, you might have heard of bioplastics made from corn or sugarcane, right? But this is different. This is made from stuff that was literally going to be thrown out, that coffee pulp and those husks. It's a material born from something nobody wanted.
Okay, so how does this actually work? It's a pretty elegant four-step process, really. First, they pull out the good stuff, cellulose and lignin, from the coffee waste. Then, they put it through a controlled fermentation with natural microorganisms. After that, they add in things like yucca starch to form the biopolymers, and boom. The final step is just molding that new material into all sorts of useful products. It's a real trash-to-treasure story.
But this is the part that'll blow your mind. Look at the difference here. The plastic bottle you threw away last week, that could be around for 1,000 years. This stuff from Plastic Café, it's gone in 90 to 120 days. And get this, it doesn't just disappear. It actually becomes compost, making the soil richer. It's the difference between creating a permanent pollutant and, feeding the earth.
So, what kind of things are we making with this coffee plastic? Well, exactly the stuff that causes the biggest headaches. We're talking coffee cups, food containers, utensils, all the single-use stuff. They've even made nursery pots for plants that you can just stick right in the ground, pot and all. It's a perfect circular solution.
And look, this isn't just some cool idea cooked up in a lab. It's a real business with a serious plan for growth. So let's check out their roadmap to see how they're going to scale this thing up. Okay, so they've got it all mapped out. Year 1 is all about R&D, getting the formula just right, making prototypes, and teaming up with local farmers. Then, for years 2 and 3, it's go time. They'll launch in major cities, get a pilot plant running, and get all the official certifications. And the big goal for years 4 and 5? Scale up. We're talking a full-on industrial plant, expansion into neighboring countries, and even more products. They're thinking big.
Something like this is way bigger than just making biodegradable forks. The ripple effect on the environment, the economy, on people's lives, it's huge. This is really about the impact that goes way beyond the coffee cup.
So get this. Once they're running at full steam, this project will take 2,400 tons of coffee waste out of the equation every single year. That's a huge amount of pollution that's just gone. Designed right out of the system.
And here's the climate change angle. By doing that, they'll stop 1,500 tons of CO2 equivalent from hitting the atmosphere every single year. That's a real, tangible fight against climate change.
And what about jobs? The economic boost is pretty amazing too. Over 5 years, we're looking at 100 people working directly at the plant, plus another 200 indirect jobs in the community. That's 300 families benefiting.
But for me, this might be the best part. Think about the farmers. For years, this coffee waste was a problem, something they had to pay to get rid of. Now, it's a product. They can actually earn an extra $150 for every ton they sell. It totally flips the script on their business.
And the good news just keeps rolling in. It's empowering women's co-ops who can become key suppliers. It's cleaning up water pollution, which is great for public health. It's putting Honduras on the map as a leader in green tech. And they're even creating education programs for 50 schools. I mean, this is what a truly joined-up, thoughtful solution looks like.
So what this whole story really shows us is that sometimes a problem is just a solution that you haven't figured out yet. It makes you wonder, right? What other things that we call waste are actually valuable resources just waiting in disguise? What other solutions are hiding right there in plain sight?